do I have an update for you from last week's episode of What's Up Makeup. It was a big one for lots of different reasons. This week we have an update on part of the Morphe bankruptcy / Forma Brands bankruptcy that we didn't talk about last week, which is their partnership with Ariana Grande and REM Beauty. There have been some huge developments in that area. I've been scouring the court documents, so I've got a lot to tell you about that piece. I'll also update you on what happened after Mascara Gate. Last week we talked about how Mikayla allegedly applied false lashes during a sponsored video to promote a L'Oreal mascara. Well, she took a week off and now she is back. And what was her reaction to having all of this negative attention on her? We will discuss it. Along with updates for those two stories, we also have a new class action lawsuit against Dior that is very similar to another class action lawsuit that we talked about a few weeks ago. Beyond that, we're going to talk about products, including a new lipstick. They created it to celebrate the male form. We'll talk about it. Hang tight. We're getting into it right now. Hello, my friend. Welcome to What's Up in Makeup, where we talk about everything that is happening in the makeup space right now. And this week we have the next step in the Forma Brands Morphe bankruptcy thing that is going on. Not a lot in the court documents this week about Jaclyn Cosmetics, but we do have a lot of new information on is how this whole Ariana Grande, REM Beauty deal is shaking out. The story that Ariana told once about her relationship with Morphe and Forma Brands is that she was on the Sweetener tour and she was approached by the company about starting a makeup line. But what Ariana did that was really, really smart is that she did not go under the Forma Brands umbrella. She decided all she was going to do instead was give a licensing deal to Forma Brands to kind of run the business end for her. So Ariana Grande's company does own REM Beauty, but Forma Brands was responsible for the marketing and the ordering of products and setting up contracts and all of that. And what happened is that back in October, Forma Brands decided to announce that they were considering Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And Ariana's team was like, oh, snip, we need to not be involved with this company anymore. And they immediately started trying to figure out how to get those licensing rights back from Forma Brands because they had signed a contract for these licensing rights. And they're like, we want out before you declare bankruptcy. Well, now Forma Brands has declared bankruptcy and they're still trying to figure out all of the pieces. According to the audio file that I listened to that was from the court hearing from January 12th, one of the sticking points that they were having trouble with negotiating between Forma and REM Beauty was that Forma wanted to continue selling the stock and the product that they had from the brand, and something was happening where they were arguing about the date of how long Morphe's website could continue to sell the products. Ariana's team negotiated a $15 million buyout. This would include all assets. In the court documents, it actually shows pictures of the display cases that were owned by Forma Brands. Those are now going to go, it looks like, into the hands of REM Beauty, and those things are freaking expensive. But of course, all of this needs to go through the judge in Delaware in order to solidify it. But I mean, it looks like it's probably going to go through. We'll have to see on February 8th. But my question was, as I was thinking about this, is like, $15 million, is that a good situation there? Because it doesn't, like, I know that's a lot of money, but if you're counting all the inventory and you're counting all the open contracts that they have with people and you're counting all the gondolas and the display cases and everything, $15 million doesn't seem like a whole lot. You know, for a celebrity like Ariana Grande, I mean, it was just a licensing deal and not the whole brand, but it doesn't seem like a lot. Especially considering that in late 2021, Forma executives had valued the brand and thought that the brand would earn about $84 million in 2022. There were some employees that didn't want to be named that have spoken out publicly that said that REM Beauty just didn't perform the way that Forma brands expected it to. So that may be why it's only $15 million and not $50 million plus. Personally, where I stand on this is I feel like this might be a blessing in disguise for REM Beauty. I have read so many of you in the comment section talking about the quality of REM Beauty and how it is not good. Like some very select products y'all seem to be liking, but for the most part, I'd say like 80% of the comments are very negative when it comes to the quality of the product. I'm really hoping this is going to be their like Lady Gaga House Labs relaunch with good formulas situation. Because in 2023, you can't just be a celebrity launching a brand with some kind of cute packaging, cute marketing, and the quality inside be crap. Because people are going to maybe purchase that initial launch, but they're not going to go back and buy more. There's way too many choices out there. There's way too many things you can buy. Maybe Ariana's like hardcore fans will buy every single launch, but if the quality is not there, you're not going to go beyond that smaller group of people when you think about the whole beauty, you know, all the beauty customers as a whole. If you want to capture those people, you gotta put the quality inside the product. So I'm hoping that this will be kind of a wake-up moment for Ariana and her team to really put more love into the formulas now that they are going to have control of all of that. But I would love to know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. If you were not here last week, we had a breaking of the internet kind of situation in that Mikayla Nogueira, who is a TikTok influencer, very, very popular over there, had uploaded a video and a lot of people saw it as deceptive marketing. It was a partner post with L'Oreal on their new telescopic lift mascara. People saw the way that it went on and really, and to me, it really looked like she applied false lashes in order to enhance the effect of the mascara. Also, like, her disclosure was real super weak as far as it being a partner post. It was kind of a mess. So the internet erupted. So many people making videos, calling her out, saying, you know, that this is damaging to all of us that review makeup products. I mean, some people said that it wasn't a big deal, that that's just advertising, which I went into all that last week. I'll link it down below in case you didn't see it, of why I strongly disagree with that point of view. But beyond that I didn't touch on last week, she doubled down in the comments that she wasn't wearing false lashes. I'll show you what it looked like, and you tell me if you think there's false lashes. I personally think I can see extra lashes, not that her natural lashes were separated and now you can see more of them, but there are actual additional lashes on her eyeball that did not seem to be there before. That's what I see. You can decide what you see, but that's what I see. In the comment section of the video, one user accused her, quote, "That's crazy using falsies and denying it," to which she replied, "These comments are literal proof that this mascara is the shit." And then another commenter asked, "Wait, are you not wearing falsies at the end?" To which Mikayla responded, "No, OMG, L'Oreal would never allow that in a partnered post, but y'all proving my point." I will say, though, that particular one has since been deleted. At least last time I checked, it looked like it was deleted. So maybe that wasn't probably the best comment to put. And does that prove that fact that she deleted it, does that prove that she actually 100% was wearing false lashes? I don't know. But then after this post, there was absolute silence for 8 days, which is very unlike Mikayla. She's constantly uploading to her TikTok, always putting out new stuff. I'm sure she has partnerships coming up, all of that. It was weird. It was weird that she didn't post, but understandable after a bunch of drama hits the fan. So it gave people a lot of time to think about, okay, so what's she going to do when she comes back? How is she going to apologize for this? Is she going to be very level-headed? Is she going to be very emotional? Like, what is her reaction going to be? How is she going to apologize? Is she going to hit all of the apology points? We'll just have to wait and see. We waited and saw, and this is what we saw.
I'm sure we all know why we've all gathered here today. It's the month of love. Anyone who knows me knows I'm not fucking around on Valentine's Day, okay? Like these eyeshadow looks are about to fucking hit. All right.
If you want to watch the whole thing, you can go over to TikTok and you can watch the whole thing. It's just her putting on makeup. That's it. That's it. That's all that's happening. Long story short, she didn't apologize for anything at all. And then in the next 2 days, she uploaded 10 videos. None of them apologizing. One of them was a video where Huda Beauty had sent her like a customized powder of theirs that was unscented. I guess they're going to be releasing it, but it was like had packaging and everything. It had her like face on it. So she talked about that. And then she talked about the Patrick Star One Size liquid lipstick that's new. And she put that on and tested it eating a greasy breakfast sandwich from McDonald's, which I don't know why you would think that would be a good test for a liquid lipstick, because anybody knows, even she says in the video multiple times that grease breaks up liquid lipsticks. Like, how is any liquid lipstick gonna survive that? I don't know. I don't know what the logic was on that. It was weird. It was a really weird video. But then a lot of people started talking about this one because she throws a little bit of a hint of something acknowledging an influencer that lives in Wyoming. Let me go ahead and play it for you.
Get ready with me to go to Wyoming. I gotta make sure my man's not actually there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just with you. I am going to Wyoming, but with Glow Recipe.
So this influencer that lives in Wyoming that shall remain nameless because he's the influencer that shall not be named, he had criticized her with her not being honest with the review and saying, you know, how he was the most honest reviewer ever. And it's like, you know, go hang out with your yaks. We've been sitting here grinding for years while you've been off doing your own thing. Like, don't come back with that crap. Like, I don't even, like, anyway, I digress. So she really was going to Wyoming, though, with Glow Recipe. They did a brand trip where they were like, she said it was like 6 people there. They're like skiing. They had a dinner. And let me just pause on this dinner real quick. Why does this chicken look like it was boiled in a pot of hot water? Like, where's the seasoning on this chicken? Maybe I'm just bitter because I haven't been invited on any brand things in like 2 years. So maybe I'm just bitter, but that chicken does not look delicious. It looks less than delicious. But in the end, the conclusion of Mascaragate is that Mikayla addresses absolutely nothing. And her fans are very excited about that, which is so weird. It is the unbothered queen all through her comment section. Oh, the era of unbothered Mikayla. And on what planet is it okay and normal for somebody to like straight up, like most likely lie to you to your face and manipulate you, and you'd be like, oh, it's so great you didn't address it, you're so unbothered. like wait, what alternate universe do I live in? And I'll tell you what alternate universe we live in. We live in a universe where people are attacked for apologizing more than they're attacked for not apologizing. And we learned the beginning of this, at least this is where I learned the beginning of this, from Dramageddon 1. I'm just going to digress for just a second of why I don't think Mikayla apologized. So if you were around then, there was a bunch of drama with Manny MUA, Laura Lee, Nikita Dragon, and Gabriel Zamora. And it was a mess. It was a big, huge thing. It was nuts. So all of them said something about the situation. Some of them profusely apologized. Some of them, it was a little less of an apology, less emotional. But there was one person that said absolutely nothing, and that was Nikita Dragon. And Nikita Dragon saw zero consequences for this particular situation where everybody else had losses of subscribers at one point. And not just like 100 subscribers. It was like millions of subscribers these people were losing. And it was only after they apologized. And then we saw it through other drama through YouTube. Anytime anybody talked about a situation, apologized, tried to explain, the subscriber numbers plummeted, the view counts went down, the drama went up, everybody's talking about it. It's this whole thing, but it was only when people apologized. It was only when people continued to talk about it. And I think either Mikayla saw that happen or has somebody in their ear, maybe a friend named Jacqueline in her ear being like, you know what, don't say anything. Because unfortunately, I think that that's the smartest move. From a business standpoint, it's the smartest move to keep her damn mouth shut. Because if she talks about it, then people are going to pick apart her apology. They're going to say she's not genuine. They're going to say she didn't get emotional enough. They're going to say she got too emotional. She wore too much makeup. She didn't wear enough makeup. There's going to be all the things, and she's going to suffer way more consequences. But instead, by keeping her mouth shut, she's the unbothered queen, just like Nikita was. Now, Nikita, of course, is going through her own things that I believe are completely unrelated to what happened a few years ago with Dramageddon. That's a whole nother story. But I think that Nikita put an example up back then that you just keep your mouth shut when you're in drama. You just don't say anything afterward. And that's how you're rewarded by your audience, is by not apologizing. And it makes me nauseous. It makes me sick that we live in this kind of society, but I think that that's what's happening right now. And the only way we can change that is to make a change in what we'll accept from people and actually give people credit for trying to apologize. I don't see it happening anytime soon. I really don't. I think this is just where we're at. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to clarify before we move on is that I put some text on the screen that it takes me a while to not trust somebody anymore. I'm done with reviews from Mikayla. I will most likely never trust a review from Mikayla ever again. But again, I don't think she's a horrible person. It's just, I don't think that that's something that I will ever trust. Because it's what is her motivation? After all of this, what is her motivation to tell the truth? She has no motivation because the internet has told her that it's okay to lie and it's okay not to apologize for it and actually will celebrate you for it. Meanwhile, in Australia, they are cracking down on influencer marketing, which I think is freaking phenomenal. I love this. So according to Reuters, the ACCC, or Australia's Competition and Consumer Commission, is investigating some 100 influencers after receiving several complaints from the public about misleading endorsements and testimonials. Yay! At least it's happening somewhere. So they're looking at Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch to see whether advertisers, marketers, and brands are, quote, facilitating misconduct. Are these brands encouraging these influencers to lie? Which is another piece of the Mikayla thing that people were saying about L'Oreal should be held responsible as well, because most likely they approved that post before it went live. So this is what Australia is looking into for influencers there. The maximum penalty per violation in Australia for this is 2.5 million Australian dollars. Now, the translation for that for US is about $1.7 million. In Canadian, it's $2.3 million. And in euros, it is 1.6 million euros. The ACC chair, her name is Gina Cass-Gottlieb, said in a statement, and I quote, "The number of tip-offs reflects the community concern about the ever-increasing number of manipulative marketing techniques on social media designed to exploit or pressure consumers into purchasing goods and services." So yeah, FCC, you need to jump on it. Jump on it. Jump on it. I'm so old. Stop. Speaking of deceptive marketing, let's talk about Dior. Since last week's episode of What's Up in Makeup, another episode of What's Up in Makeup has become more popular. A lot of people are watching it, and it's about deceptive marketing. And the end of the title says, "Looking at You, L'Oreal," because there was a class action lawsuit filed against L'Oreal for alleged deceptive marketing with their foundations that included SPF and also made long-wearing claims, like 24-hour wear claims. So the deal is the class action is saying that if you have a foundation that says an SPF and it says 24-hour wear, that some consumers are going to assume that that doesn't just mean like the coverage of the foundation, that also means the SPF. And a lot of people in the comment section were saying that they thought that the class action was stupid. That, people know that you can't wear SPF for 24 hours and have it work without reapplying. Like, people know that. But some of you did agree with me that some people just don't understand how SPF works. We can't just assume everybody understands that you do have to reapply SPF in order for it to work. Either way, Fast forward to this past week, another lawsuit has popped up along the same vein against Dior. So it is a 25-page lawsuit, including the products, the Dior Forever Foundation and the Dior Forever Skin Glow Foundation. They are labeled with 24 HR statements alongside the SPF statements, such as 24H foundation with sunscreen or 25H wear foundation with sunscreen. The lawsuit claims that these foundations are misbranded and, quote, exploit the public's desire to protect their skin from UV damage. So you may notice every time you've bought SPF, there's drug facts on it. In order to make a product that has SPF in it, you do have to get it cleared and you have to have the drug facts on there. And it does say on these Dior products in the drug facts that you do need to reapply the foundation every 2 hours. But the complaint in the lawsuit says that that information is only on the box and that people usually just throw the box away. Their other thing is that the claim where it says you have to apply it every 2 hours is so much smaller. It's on the back and people are reading the front of the box and the big print on the front that says the 24-hour wear. So endgame on this is if you bought one of these Dior foundations thinking you were going to get 24-hour SPF protection, you can join the class action lawsuit. Link is going to be down below for you if you feel like this applies to you. Another throwback story for you. So a few weeks ago, one of our main topics was influencer brands, and we talked about how they seem to be less popular, and we talked about how Skincare by Hyram had his skincare line Selfless by Hyram, and also Addison Rae's Item Beauty. Those were both being pulled from Sephora's shelves and also online. Hyram's was already gone, and Addison's was on like a deep sale at Sephora's website. Well, Hyram had put up a video that said, well, we are leaving Sephora, but we are going to a different retailer. That retailer has now been revealed and it is Target. Not only are they going to Target, but they're going to Target with lowered prices. The high point of Hyram's prices was $30. Now it is going to be $24. The low point was $16. Now it is going to be $13. So you can expect to start seeing Selfless by Hyram at Target stores and online starting tomorrow. Let us now take a quick detour from influencer brands to celebrity brands. And a lot of these celebrity brands that are launching, a lot of us are agreeing that it seems like they have absolutely zero interest in the products that they're creating, that they're just seeing other people doing it and they're like, oh, that person's making money, so I'm gonna make some money too. But this one seems a little bit different, and you'll have to tell me what you think. The latest celebrity line is a hair care line called For You by Tia, and it was created by Tia Mowry. The story that she told Pop Sugar was actually made me really sad in my heart. So she was saying how she would go on auditions in Hollywood and how casting directors would say that her natural hair was a distraction and that she wasn't going to get roles because of her natural hair. And then when she landed the role on Sister Sister, she felt that societal need to straighten her hair. And she felt like she really damaged her hair through that process from a very young age because she was told that she couldn't have her natural hair, that it wouldn't get her anywhere in Hollywood, that she had to straighten it. But Tia said that all of that changed in 2012 when she saw an Instagram movement called the Big Chop. And the idea was that a lot of Black women specifically had caused so much damage to their hair that they all decided to just chop their hair off and just start from scratch with their natural hair. So she decided to join that movement and did that. And ever since then, she has embraced her natural hair the way it is. And she talked about how, you know, it was a learning curve because it was so different to style and different to keep up with and different to take care of with her natural hair. And that is what inspired this line. There are 8 products in the line, and it's specifically designed for 2A to 4C curls. You will be able to find For You by Tia at your local Walmart, and the prices are all around $11 per product. Wow. You know, I've been on celebrity brands, a lot of them. for a while, especially like the Brad Pitt one. Like there were quite a few where I was like, dude, really, this is where we are. But this one I feel like is different. This one I feel like it seems to come from a genuine place of love and care. Is it a business? Yes. Is there the intention of making money? Yes. Are they capitalizing on celebrity? Yes. But the heart seems to be in the right place, at least from reading this article. So I am excited for this line. I hope it does super well. Have you ever heard of Issa Maya Beauty? I haven't either. But now there is a reason why I have. And it's because they have just launched a lipstick that looks like a dick. I mean, that's why I think they launched it, is so that people would now know their name. Oh, that's the brand that came out with the lipstick that looks like a and I have to bleep out the words, not because I think that they're bad words, but because YouTube thinks that they are bad words. And I would like to stay monetized and pay my bills with the AdSense from this video. The press release for this launch says that as part of Isamaya Beauty's mission to disrupt the beauty industry, they have created a new product that turns that perspective toward the male form. The lipstick case is refillable in case you happen to go through all of your stick and want more to fill in that packaging. You can get refills. But the big question is, how much would you pay for a shaped lipstick? How much do you think you would pay? If you, whatever you said, I want you to bump it up by a little bit. It's $95 for one. Why? Why are we doing this? This is actually not the first shaped lipstick that we've ever seen. There was an indie brand that was creating it where the actual bullet was shaped like a penis. Like, that was weird. This is like the luxury version of that, I guess. But I do applaud Isamaya Beauty for doing something to make their name now recognizable. And I'm curious to see where they're going to go next, but I will not be purchasing. I have no desire. I'm just, it's an odd choice. They do what they want. It's their brand, but it's an odd choice. No thanks. No thanks. All right, we have finally made it to the product report, so let us discuss the new launches this week. I am very happy for this one because I happen to love Risa Does Makeup. I have met her a couple of times, and she is a lovely, lovely human, so it is wonderful to see her collaborating with BK Beauty on 4 pairs of lashes. So there's 4 different styles. Prices range from $18 to $24 a pair, and they are available now. Vive by Jamie Genevieve has now launched Sunset Blush Balms in 4 shades, $27 each. They look very cute. I've never tried anything by this brand. Is it good? I would imagine it's good. It looks nice. They say that they're buildable with a radiant finish. That sounds right up my alley, but I don't know. Should I invest in products by Vive? Would you be interested in that? And then M Cosmetics has 3 new shades of their So Soft blush, bringing it to 9 shades altogether. They are $30 each. Does that seem expensive to you, $30? I guess it's not that much more than the $27 from Vive by Jamie Genevieve. I guess it's not that much different. And the Nars multiples are like what, like $40? How did makeup get so expensive? Like, that just seems like a lot. Like, the packaging isn't even that cute. Like, I would get it if the packaging was like, you know, a penis. I'm just kidding. No, if the packaging like was something unique and different and like cool looking, like luxury looking, like I feel like that's more of a luxury price. Like, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'm just cheap. Moving over to Sephora, we do have a couple of these. These are becoming more popular. The lipsticks that are also like a balm formula. So they're just kind of a sheer wash of color. Sephora released one called the Sheer Matte Lip Balm. It's $10, 8 shades there. And then Lawless released the Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Tinted Lip Balm for $26. A clinically tested plumping cushiony lip balm powered by Maxi Lip, trademarked, which has been shown to increase collagen synthesis by 351%, and then it follows with the parentheses that say in vitro. So if you want to take your lips off and put them in a petri dish, you will probably get some good collagen production happening in them. Why did they do it in vitro? Why didn't they do it tested on people? Like, how did that make any sense? Why are you going to do a clinical test and not do it on people? Unless they did do it on people and they didn't have as good of results as they did in the dish and they just are assuming people don't know what in vitro means. Maybe. That's my conspiracy theory, that it only worked in a dish. So if you figure out how to put your lips in a dish, you may want to buy this one. Maybe it's a good product on its own without all the extra marketing stuff. Speaking of marketing, Nars has done so well at capitalizing on the shade name. It has done very, very well for them. And this Valentine's Day, that is the focus of the entire collection. They're very obvious about it. It is now launched at Sephora. So we have the multiple cream blush lip and eye stick, $39, 2 shades, Orgasm and Orgasm Rush. Then we have the Orgasm Foreplay blush, contour, and highlighter palette for $45. The Orgasm Rising eyeshadow palette for $49, 9 shades. And then there's 2 gift sets. One of them has a blush and a mini Afterglow lip shine, both in of course, that's $27. And then the other one is a lip balm, a mini blush, and a mini blush brush for application on the go. That's $49. I mean, you know, whatever you gotta do, it obviously has not hurt them by using, you know, this name over and over and over again for how long? A long time. Getting off of that, let's get a little more serious for a second. So this is the Fashion Fair Lip Teasers Lip Glosses, $27 in 5 shades. So what I do when I'm not 100% sure if something is a new release, usually if something's brand new, somebody on YouTube has reviewed it. So I typed this one in to see if anybody had reviewed this, and the review that I found was 11 years old. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's the baby stages of YouTube. How you know it's a real old YouTube video is that it's in a square format, because that's the way we all used to upload, was in an actual, like, it wasn't landscape. It was, I don't think it was completely a square, but it was close to a square. I will leave Sassy Peach TV's review of the old formula of the Fashion Fair lip glosses. I'm assuming these are a re-release because they did relaunch Fashion Fair in 2021. But I just really enjoyed her review, and it was just fun to go back nostalgia-wise to a beauty video from, you know, 11 years ago. More lip stuff coming from LYS. We have the Speak Love Moisture Matte Lipstick. It comes in 7 shades, $20 each. They say it's a moisture-rich satin matte lipstick with high impact color payoff. And then listed as coming soon, they have the Speak Love Lip Liner Pencil, also in 7 shades. Those are $15 each. And then also coming soon, the Danessa Myricks Vision Flush Glow. These are hyper radiant liquid highlighters, 6 shades, $20 each. Really, you know what I love about this is there are some gorgeous, very deep highlighter shades. Some of these shades are just like, oh, like they just, oh my gosh, they look amazing. These are launching February 7th. And another product getting a lot of buzz, it's coming to Sephora and to Ulta. This is the KVD Beauty Good Apple Full Coverage Transfer Proof Vegan Serum Foundation, $42. It launches on February 6th. 40 shades, really nice gradient there. I think it's so smart that they're building on that Good Apple name. I think it's always smart when a brand takes a product that did really well and takes that name and puts it on something else. Think about like Tarte Tartist or the Too Faced Better Than Sex or whatever, or the Urban Decay Naked line. I mean, it's great to do that. So I think it's really smart for them to go with the Good Apple line and come out with a serum foundation. If you don't know, apple fruit extract is a great moisturizer. So it's a great ingredient to build a line off of. So beyond that, I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the shades, and the deeper shades seem to be like all together, but the lighter shades seem to be all mixed up. And I was looking at this particular shade. This is medium 27 for light to medium skin tone with neutral undertones. Doesn't this look really light for a medium shade? Like, this looks like porcelain. This looks very fair. So definitely, I personally, like, I'd be hesitant to order this online because either the picture's off or the description is off or something, because that's weird to me. I don't know. That's really weird. Along with that, they are releasing a primer as well. This is the Lock-It Vegan Pore Refining Hydrating Primer with rice water. It's $34. It's also coming on February 6th. They say it maximizes makeup wear and minimizes the look of pores immediately and over time. And just a couple things over at Ulta, like the Fenty football stuff. We talked about it last week launching over at Sephora. It's now over at Ulta as well, but they also have a free gift with purchase. It's a stadium bag. So if you spend over $60 on Fenty Beauty stuff, you'll also get that little stadium bag for free. And then from MAC, we have the MAC Stack waterproof version of their mascara, $28. And this actually looks really cool. The Lash Dry Shampoo Mascara Refresher, $24. I've never seen anything like this. It's rare that I see something that it's like, oh, like I never thought I needed that, but maybe I want that. This is the description. The MAC Lash Dry Shampoo Mascara Refresher is a revolutionary, clump-resistant mascara refresher that softens your existing mascara for easy restyling throughout the day. That sounds kind of cool. I really love that idea. I wonder if it works. All right, my friend, PR purchased product of the week. Earlier this week, I did post a picture before I went on date night with my husband of me in a Jones Road hat. I just got on Jones Road PR. Not sure how that happened, but I'm now in PR. They sent over a couple of their new bronzers, so I am wearing those today. This one is the Dusty Rose one, which really, you know, is kind of a blush, sort of. And this one is in the shade Light Tan. to swatch those for you. Now, if you like a lot of pigmentation, if you are a full beat kind of person, this Jones Road probably just isn't the brand for you. This brand is more for that no makeup natural look, and that's what these are providing. I am wearing it today. It is very subtle, not in these blown out lights. You can really see it, and it looks really, really pretty. So far, I like it. I can't speak to lasting power yet, but I'm enjoying them so far. So thank you to Jones Road for sending these over. And then the other thing I wanted to mention, I forgot it. It's over here. I did end up purchasing this like right as Lashgate was starting. I purchased this. This is the Telescopic Lift Mascara by L'Oreal. I will tell you, I am wearing Ardell 120s over top of it. But what I did do before I put on my Ardell 120s is I took a little video of me applying the mascara to give you kind of a quick first impression review. So I'm going to go ahead and play that for you now.
All right, hello, my friend. I'm getting ready, and all I have on so far is concealer and foundation and eye primer, and I put my brows on, but I want to try the mascara without any other eye products on because I want to make sure that you can see what's happening, and this is the first for me. I've actually never used the original telescopic. How sad is that? Of all these years I've been doing this, I've never purchased the original telescopic mascara. I've heard it is fantastic. I will say this packaging is absolutely freaking beautiful. It feels a little bit heavy, like it's definitely a leveled up packaging for L'Oreal. So I can kind of see why the price point is a little bit higher, at least with like the packaging. It's not a cheap packaging. So on one side, it's just flat. And then the other side, you have bristles, and you have bristles stretching over to the sides. I mean, it looks like a freaking mascara. I mean, it looks like a nice mascara. I'm not getting an S ton of volume, but I'm getting a lot of length. Actually, that is a lot. For me, that's a lot. All right, let's go in with the second coat. Getting a little bit clumpy, but the bristles really do help you to comb it out. And I'll clean up anything that hits my skin later. I'm going to still put eyeshadow on, so. I mean, it looks pretty good. For comparison, at the holiday time, I got the Sephora Size Up mascara as a restock because I really, really liked it. Even though it seems like Sephora customers don't like it that much, I really like this mascara. So I'm going to put this on the other side and see how it compares because I feel like my brain is almost a little biased with this mascara. Like, honestly, like when you're trying mascaras, a lot of times they really aren't that terribly different if you really, really look at them. So let me put this one on. And I think the price points on these are pretty much the same. I think they're similar. Okay, second coat on the Size Up. I'm gonna clean up my eyelids and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm looking at this as closely as I can, and honestly, I can't tell very much difference. I think I have a tad bit, just a tad bit more volume with the L'Oreal than the Size Up. But honestly, if I wasn't looking super close, I wouldn't notice the difference. So first impression verdict on the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift, it's a nice mascara. Is it better than your favorite mascara? Most likely not. If you have a mascara that you like that performs well for you, this is probably going to be about the same, maybe not do everything that the one you're used to does. That's my thought so far. But I will keep you updated, so make sure you're subscribed.
Hopefully you found that helpful. Let us go ahead and move on to our sales and deals. Actually, I realized that I didn't do a lot of sales and deals research, so there was just one sale that was posted in our What's With Makeup Hunters group. It is the Urban Decay Valentine's Day sale, up to 40% off. And we have made it to our artist shout out of the week. Let me introduce you to Kim Mendez. It appears that she is from Tucson, Arizona, and she is so incredibly talented. I'm gonna ease you in with the first look. So this one is called Brown Hearts, and I honestly don't think I've ever seen this complex of a look that is almost quote unquote wearable. It's so beautiful. I love the white little detailed hearts and stars around it, but I think what I love the most is that shadow that she put behind the shimmery heart on her lid. I love how it makes it pop, but in a super subtle way. It's really, really beautiful. I also love the way that she did the shimmery inner corner and the lower lash line right in the middle. Like, I love those touches. Absolutely beautiful. Moving on to the second look. This is called Rainbow. And my question to you is, what is popping for you first on this? For me, it's the gold shimmer in the middle and how that is the only color with that much shine. I love that choice. The second thing that grabs me is the negative space that she creates with the heart-shaped clouds on the sides. I love that she went hard on that black outline and then how it extends to almost like a winged liner. And I also love that she went with that white mascara on the lower lash line. She does that with a lot of her looks, and I think it's super cool. But the final look, I think, is my favorite. I think it's the whole brown olive green color story that's so captivating to me. And of course, that cut crease is absolute perfection. And I love the sparkly lashes. And I love how much time you can tell that she spent on that winter scene on the corner of her eyes. And the highlight, that highlight though, it is so beautiful. So if you would like to follow her, I just followed her. Link is down below in the description box. And that, my friend, was what's up in makeup this week. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for watching. And of course, thank you as always to the What's Up in Makeup Facebook hunters. Their names are scrolling below me. Thank you for all of your submissions this week. I appreciate you oh so very much. Our chat today is going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. I have my other job in the morning, so I will not be here during that period of time. So we're going to chat at 5 p.m. Not 100% sure what we're going to chat about yet, but it will be fun and it will be interactive, so make sure you try to join us. But if you can't, it is no problem at all. It's very easy to watch or listen to on the replay. All you got to do is go to your subscription feed if you're subscribed. It's super easy. You just click it and it's there. But if you're not subscribed, you can head over to my channel page. You got to kind of click through a couple things. You got to go to my videos, and then you got to click on the live tab, and that's where all of my live streams are housed. You can watch it from there as well on the replay. And please leave comments under that of anything that you're thinking about the things that are happening in live chat. Thank you again so much for watching. If you would like to hang out just a little bit longer, YouTube should be recommending a couple videos for you right over here to watch, including one I picked out for you down there. YouTube picked the top one for you. But if you do need to go, you got stuff to do, it is no problem at all. Thank you for hanging out as long as you did. Mad love to you, and I will see you in a video very, very soon.